up, y'all? Jason here representing Raptor Reptiles, and today I'm bringing you a video that's about to shed some light on some breeders in the bearded dragon community that I would recommend to stay far away from. If y'all been following my Instagram and Facebook, that y'all probably saw a couple posts that I posted up of this dragon right here. This is Jade. She is a hypo-trans leatherback 100% Het Zero, purchased from Lisa Carson over at Superior Balls and Dragons. Now, if you saw those pictures, I mean, I got plenty of messages from people that almost fell over, couldn't believe it, but you know, I paid full price for this dragon right here. She wasn't cheap. Like I said, it's not about the money. She actually was recommended from a friend of mine that she had good Het Zeros for the season. I said, okay, I kind of want to get into some zeros possibly in 2018. So I was like going to buy up a couple, 2 or 3 females this year, see how they develop and such. So she sent me some pictures of her. I think she was maybe 6 weeks old at the time. And I didn't pressure her. She said, yeah, I'm not going to ship her until she's at least 10 grams, which is perfectly fine with me. I had no problem with it. I said, yeah, ship her when she's big and healthy. That's how I like my dragons. I want to make sure everything's good. She said, okay, no problem at all. So, I waited. I think she was like 8 or 9 weeks at the time. I also purchased another dragon from her as well, which is Kane. I'll pull him out later, but he's a whiplet, 100% Het Hypo, 66% Het Trans, and Zero. So I kind of figured it'd kind of be a good combo. Now that dragon, Kane, he was, I guess, purchased from her. She wanted him for her future breeding plans. And he was purchased from Josh D at Phantom Dragons. I don't have any issues with him from when I got him. I'm not out here trying to cause drama in a scene, but if somebody does me dirty, I'm gonna step up, give them the opportunity, confront them first like a man, be like, hey, I'm not happy with this, I'm gonna give you a chance to make it right. And then at that point, if you don't make it right and I think you're a shitbag, then I'm gonna publicly blast you, which I did, and I told her I would, and she said, hey, I don't give a shit. If you feel free to bash me, I'm just gonna wait for it to blow over, no big deal. I said, hey, no problem. I said, I got a decent following on YouTube. Your unboxing video got 1,500 views, so if I can deter 1,500 people on YouTube and 800 on Instagram and Facebook, then hey, my job's done. I'm happy. So without further ado, we'll get into like the true details. But this girl right here, I've grown real attached to, because when I got her, I really didn't think she was gonna make it, because when she showed up, she was 6 grams when I was told she was 10. Obviously malnourished. I'll post a picture so you guys can see, but you could see skin and bones. I mean, her eyes were bulging out. It was, it was horrible. And I had a fecal done on her as well, and it came out, she was infested with pinworms. So, and then she also, as you can see, has a very tiny tail nip, which she did notify me about. And hey, I don't, that doesn't ever stop me from buying a dragon. I understand it even happens to the best breeders out there, but I said, okay, no problem. Her tail nip was not even fully healed when I received her. They're still stuck on shed. It was black, like still kind of rotting. So, that's never a good thing, because that, once they get hurt, it gets infected and it turns black. Either gonna fall off or it's gonna spread, because that's dried gangrene, according to what my vet has told me. So I wasn't happy with the way she showed up. I'll send you guys, kind of our messaging through Instagram, through direct messaging, and then I'm not sure. I even talked to her plenty on the phone. I even have texts from her, but that they're not really that important. So I'll post up, just some evidence just to clear the air. But yeah, I don't want this happening to anybody, and I'm sick and tired of it, to be honest with you. This has happened to me. This is not the first time. This is the third or fourth time I've been, shafted by an alleged top breeder out there. And I know after I posted that stuff on Instagram, I know I'm not the only one it's happened to, and I don't why people are so afraid or feel the need that they can't come out publicly and say something. I mean, wouldn't you want to know if the person that you're buying from, read some reviews and be like, okay, this person's dirty? But I'll give a little background on Lisa Carson from Superior Balls and Dragons. So apparently she said she's been breeding for 6 years. I guess she's not doing it as much anymore, and she's kind of was telling me, and you'll see, oh, I'm going to nursing school, I got a lot of bills coming up. So when I did purchase Kane, she gave me a decent deal on him, because she said, oh, that was my holdback. So I said, okay, fine, no problem. She said, if you purchase more dragons, I'll give you a better deal. I said, okay, it wasn't about the money. I just liked him. He looked badass. Had a couple really nice traits. When I pull him out, I'll show you. But I don't want to get I don't want to drift too far away from it. But bottom line, those were red flags right there. The fact that she needed money for nursing school, she was stressed out with tests. All these nips, I mean, you can go onto her Facebook, but I mean, she had bins of, nipped zeros, like pretty decent nips, like not one or two, like pretty much the majority of them all had tail nips or foot nips or, something along those lines. And that's, an indication. If you breed a clutch and you get one or two with a nip, hey, that just happens. But if every single one of them has a nip in them, you're either A, overcrowding them, B, you're neglecting them, and C, you're probably not feeding them the amount of food that they need, so they're becoming extra aggressive and territorial. So that was the first red flag, and that's a shame on me. I mean, I should have known better with that. Number two, when somebody has an ulterior motive, such as trying to better themselves, which I'm fine with, going to nursing school and that being quite expensive, and this person probably being in their 40s or 50s, I'm sure she has no scholarships, has to pay that money up front to go. So that's number two. So she was money hungry and was pretty much willing to do whatever she needed to do to pay those bills, make sure that she can continue her education, but at the expense of an animal that's helpless. And these guys can't take care of themselves. You have to take care of them. And when you're using an animal as a way of money like that, that's just not right. You should be trying to breed and spread these amazing animals around because you actually enjoy it. It's your passion, it's your hobby. But I mean, obviously I do this as a hobby. I don't need the money. I have a career to begin with. So when people are doing this strictly for money, I'm learning now, except for a very select few, to stay far away from it, because that just comes number one. So those are two red flags right off the bat. And then number three, as you'll see in the pictures I'm going to provide, but I said, I'd rather not ship her back like this, but it's your dragon and you're the breeder. What would you like to do? She said, no problem. You can keep her. I'm going to give you something of equal or better value. Don't worry, I stand by, my dragons, this and that, all this other bullshit. But, little did I know, again, gave her another chance. So that was the third red flag, when I should have been like, hey, I'm going to get this dragon, right. I'm going to send it back, give me a partial refund, I'm going to wash my hands with you and be done. But to take the benefit, give her another benefit of the doubt after, being hard for me to even get in contact with her, and her coming up with all these bullshit stories that, oh, she's so busy with school and all this stuff. But honestly, she just, didn't want to give the refund and really didn't give a shit about the dragons. So kind of seeing at that point, I started seeing that she was kind of getting out. This other shitbag out there, Aaron Flores from Excel Dragons, I guess that's one of her associates, but you can see this little asshole out there. He's pretty much flipping dragons, buying up everybody's clutch that they don't want, or the things they don't want, and he's trying to flip it for top dollar. This kid's like 18 years old and a poser. go to his page. I don't really see him breeding anything at all. All I see is him selling these just like weird dragons. None of them have the same genetics. They're all from different people. And I've heard enough horror stories from posting those Instagram videos and have all this pictures of crap he's trying to sell people. It's really disheartening and completely, you know, off the wall. So highly recommend to stay away from that guy as well. But I guess he has a bigger following. I don't know if he bought his followers or what this dude's deal is, but I don't know how people are buying still from this dude, but I guess they are. But yeah, Lisa pretty much will give him her breeders or clutches she doesn't want, and then he'll push them. And I don't know if he says that they're his dragons or not, but to a trained eye or somebody that's a breeder, I mean, if someone's not providing pictures of their breeders and where they're getting these dragons from, you're really just flipping the animal. And when you're flipping, once again, you're doing it for just the money. You're not doing it for the passion because you like it. You're just flipping dragons to make a living. Go get a real job. Go work, you know, a 40-hour-a-week honest job, and then do this as a hobby so you don't have to rely on, you know, the animal's well-being to, you know, to pay your rent or do whatever. I really don't care. I don't put much thought into, like, you know, a little punk like that, but just beware on this guy because he's just no good. So, you know, with that being said, alright guys, so, you know, with that being said, you know, you can trust your boy Jason here, Raptor Reptiles. He's going to always bring you the truth and honesty, because you know what? I'm not scared of these little punks out there that want to do this just for money, this and that. You know, I'm a stand-up guy, you know. I'm all about that loyalty and respect, but, you know, if you do me dirty, and hey, no one can say, oh, I went through the back door and just blasted somebody on impulse. No, I've been trying to deal with this person for months, and they just chose not to. So you know what? I'm done with this shit. I'm going to be making it public to everybody. And I got a couple more videos like this from some other breeders and I'm going to bash as well. So when people are dealing with me, you better either A, send me that A1 quality dragon, or B, stand by your dragons, because these videos will be more to come. And I could give a shit if people are going to be like, oh, we're going to blacklist you, this and that. I could care less, because the people that I bought from that are going to, the people that are going to say that, those are the people you don't want to deal with, because they are selling crap and garbage and they don't want to deal with that. You're going to come on here and tell the truth. So with that being said, this is Jade. I'm going to grab Kane out real quick. And I almost forgot to say, but this is Kane, the wild man, as y'all can see. So this is a little wild man Kane that I got. He's actually doing quite well. But another thing that pissed me off at Lisa was I purchased him. I mean, she gave me some sort of discount because I got two, but never mentioned that he had also another nip. Ooh, what a surprise. So that kind of pissed me off. I still would have purchased him, but at least, you know, make it known. Everything about the animal should be known when you sell it. She said, oh, you didn't see it in the picture? No, I didn't see it in the picture, because the picture you sent me was cut off. It didn't even have it. It's cut off here at the tail. So that pissed me off. But as you guys can see, he's real chill. You know, he's doing great. He's up to 116 grams, and Jade's up to 91. So in the right hands and the right care, you know, I got them both to thrive. He never really posted an issue. I was just upset about the nip. You know, he definitely should have made that known. She kind of double talked again with that, but hey, what do you expect? I don't want this video to drag on too long. I think I made my points very clear here. You know, give the video a thumbs up. Leave some comments below if you want to know more details. I'll provide, you know, some picture evidence. So with that, as usual, stay tuned for more.